Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna be reviewing the morning routine of Rico Verhoeven. He's some kind of a champion fighter, I guess. I've never heard of him before because I don't watch this kind of garbage.
Guys, 7 in the morning. Iced up time. Let's go.
Of course, yeah, for sure brainwashed.
Turning on some motivational speech.
Yeah, exactly, because you need that, because you hate what you are about to do. Exactly, that says it all.
You're jumping in.
I've had some failures in front of a lot of people.
Oh my god, some kind of a motivational speech. Oh my god, this is so pathetic.
3 minutes.
I didn't mind that because you grow from that, you know.
Yeah, you grow from that, just trying to make yourself believe something while you hate doing it.
I think part of learning is dying. I think part of learning is you gotta die. Because what is learning? Learning is me giving up on my old ideas. And those ideas have to die because
It's pretty funny that they are talking about dying while he does something which can be fatal. It sometimes is. Some of these people who do that do pass away.
trust you. One place.
Don't stop. I'm not stopping unless you got life and God.
If you need some kind of a motivational speech, music, whatever, such as people who go to the gym, they usually put on music to pump themselves up, then you know that you're doing something that's unhealthy, that's gonna age you, stress you. Yeah, that's it. Because what you don't like to do is what's gonna stress you, and stress means aging, dying quicker. So technically he is reducing his years by doing this. Oh my god, that alarm clock. It never means something good. I think that a lot of people have some kind of trauma when they hear this because it means they have to go to work.
Ooh, wait. Oh, that's the morning routine right there. Oh, that's my favorite way to wake up, guys.
You literally just proved that you hate it. Who are you lying to, yourself or the audience? Because we know that you're lying.
The alarm goes.
Literally, if he could think of anything that he wouldn't want to do, then this would be it. Yet he lies to himself, probably for the most part, trying to talk himself into believing that it's his favorite morning routine, the best way to wake up.
I wake up, get my towel, walk down to the ice tub. So it's a shock, like jumping in, but
Yeah, it's kind of like coffee. You drink toxic seed water and your body is alert. It's exactly the same thing, meaning that your lifestyle is horrible and that you don't have any natural energy. That's about it.
it's such a boost coming out. I feel like a freaking winner.
That's the very definition of a loser, because you just did something that you hate because somebody brainwashed you to do that. How else would you define a loser?
Let's start the day. Today is the day. You guys running with me through my morning routine.
And then he, oh my god, what is that? Has thick slices of grain sludge bread, which was created for the slaves, and then don't tell me that's margarine. I don't think that that's butter, man. Is he putting on margarine on the bread? If that's so, then this video is already done.
So starting with a nice tub. Just finished that. Now getting the kids some sandwiches.
Oh my god, he makes it for the kids even. Oh my god, at least he has kids, I guess. But if you're such a father, then is it a good thing or a bad thing, really? Having children is the best thing on earth, but if you malnourish and brainwash them, then what good is it?
Then getting the kids to school. And then from there,
Even worse?
we go straight to the gym, putting in the work.
Wait, what is that? It took me a while, but I found it. This looks exactly like what he has in the video. It's in Dutch, as you can see. And it says 100% natuurlijke ingredients, omega-3s. That looks like margarine for sure. Made from sunflower oil, I assume. And he gives this to his children. Oh my god, man. This is just so horrible. Wait, was there even anything else in there? There must be, right? It wasn't bread with margarine, right? No, that's impossible. I probably missed something. Must be some cheese or sausage at least. No way, right? Because if he's some kind of champion, he's probably relatively wealthy. So he could easily just give his children steaks or something to school. Yet he gives them the very bottom slave food. Just the worst of the worst. Really, even in the worst ghettos on earth, they don't eat bread with margarine. Really, they don't. They actually understand something about what we are supposed to eat. It's very interesting, right? Because it seems like today the wealthier people, especially in Europe, in the US, Canada, they eat the very worst food, even though they could actually eat better food. And by the way, just in case you don't understand why I talk about the food like that, is because it's grain sludge. It's just seeds made into these forms. It's the worst garbage on earth. It only has sugar, carbohydrates are sugar, tons of anti-nutrients, pesticides, glyphosate to make the children infertile. It makes men and women infertile, has been proven already. It's no mystery, no secret. And then margarine, which causes heart disease. Again, that's what the plaque in the arteries is made out of. That's also proven. They analyzed it. They harden in the body all over the place and also in the arteries. And this is what he gives his children. It's so crazy because they will be very, very sick.
With some creatine.
And besides being sick, they will be really extremely malnourished also, which means that they won't be able to develop properly.
And food-wise, we're gonna start with some rice and eggs. That's it, just rice and eggs.
And for himself, he makes rice. Okay, rice is horrible, but eggs. Why couldn't you just give your children eggs to school? Why? Why would you give them bread with margarine, man? I've never seen this before.
Clean fuel, so we can get...
What does clean fuel even mean to people today? It just means nothing. Everybody just says clean. Any bodybuilder also... You still eat garbage and you call it clean.
The engine going. Get the questions like...
If you want your engine to get going, then you need to drink blood and eat organs, liver, heart, brain, spleen in the morning, testicles. How do you get your engine going with small little seeds full of arsenic, which is rice? That makes no sense. And this guy seems to have pretty good genetics. He's the same age as me. He looks like he's in his 40s. He looks like he's 10 plus years older than me. And he is pretty tall, I think. It looks like it. But his children, if he has a boy also, I think one of the backpacks looked like it could be from a boy, then he's going to be shorter than him just because of nutrition.
Why do you start the day off with rice and just eggs? It's boring, it's not nice to eat. I said, I know, but for me it works. It's just like throughout all those years of training and doing different type of diets or nutrition, and it just, you need to find a way that works for you. And this is what works for me. Because in the beginning, when I was just training hard, I wasn't eating too much in the morning. I just felt like around 12, I was just short of energy. I just didn't have enough energy to push through my second training. So, and now, I just start off with rice. So right away, we get that energy boost to get that full morning workout in and be ready for that afternoon workout as well. And it works. So if something works, Just keep doing it.
That's true, but you don't even know what works for you because you have never tried eating what humans eat in nature. If you would, then you would know that in comparison, this doesn't actually work. It just seems better than eating even worse food, but it's pretty bad overall. If you would eat eggs raw, it would be better. Not sure if you can even eat those raw. Maybe. The eggs in the Netherlands are not that bad. Oh yeah, he has a boy. That's messed up.
Excuseer.
Oh my god, man, these mornings in the Netherlands, the horrible architecture and the gray sky, and fuck, man, it's maybe the worst place on earth, really. If you've ever been there, you know it.
Dat je lastig valt met dopingcontrole. Dopingcontrole.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the beauty of real life content, because you never know what's gonna happen. We got random doping control. Let's go. Thank you. Goed, goed, hè? So, when you do a urine test, you have to have like 90 milliliters, and we just had 80. So we're missing 10. But I'm done. So we're going to the gym first. We're gonna do a workout, and then let's see if we can get another 10 after that. So now we're at the gym. The doping.
Yeah, what I notice are the insane wrinkles. That's normal from so much stress. It is to be expected. Still, seeing as we are the same age and actually have no wrinkles on my forehead whatsoever, it is pretty crazy to see how old he looks. He looks like he's in his mid-late 40s.
Control officer is already here. He just went in, so let's go. I think we're gonna first do some training and afterwards try to get some more urine in. It is what it is. Let's get it. We made it. All right. So lucky enough, we could get some urine right before training. So the doping officer can go home and we can go training. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think this is about. Yeah, I think this is a good start of camp. We got a fight coming up somewhere in the next couple of months. So it's time to put in the work again. I always keep training, but now I'm gonna push it. So, we're ready. Let's get it. So,
Was he trying to imply that the cameraman is afraid of him kicking in the air or just kicking in general? That's really funny, man. Everybody nowadays grows up believing that kicking and punching is the way to fight. And especially because they have these championships, UFC and whatever, where they kick and punch, people believe that even more. When in reality, it's the worst way. If I would have to think of the very worst way to fight somebody, to do the least damage possible, it would be to kick and to punch. Because it's the worst. It's the same with food. In nature, you eat raw organs, you drink blood, and today you eat bread with margarine. Kicking and punching is bread with margarine when it comes to fighting. It's the same thing. And raw meat and organs is the way you would naturally fight, which I'm not going to talk about on YouTube. Yeah.
What we do now is just a quick warm up. So we do some shadow boxing, warming up the muscles, and throwing some kicks, just air kicks. Move, warm up, and for me, my legs are the most important asset that I have.
Also, by the way, actually, let's just see what he will do and then I'll tell you what I mean.
So I use, of course, the legs for a lot of movement and to make impact with the kicks. So that works. So we gotta keep them occupied, we gotta keep them busy. So that's what we're doing.
Like ballerina training or what is this? It looks really funny. Is that a joke? Wait, is he joking? Why is he kicking like that? What is this? Wait, why the slow motion? Wait, I thought that it's a joke. Literally, not even a little girl would be afraid of that. No, I'm serious. Like, what is he doing? That doesn't even tickle.
Monday morning training.
Oh my god, man, look at those super deep wrinkles and the eye bags. Just the exhaustion. That's what it's showing you.
Oh, it's one hell of a start of the week. Doesn't matter how fit I get or I am, this is just horrible. And we've been doing this for years and years and years, back to back. That's why every time we finish, Dennis takes the time, notes it in his phone, then after training he puts it in his computer and he has data for years and years from when we start prep and what the times are when we finish camp. So yeah, it's always a challenge to stay as fit as possible and just to keep looking at the data like, hey, last preparation or the preparation before that, you were faster or you were better. What's the reason? So we keep analyzing the data, yeah, to be better every time.
Also, always the gloves, because they just cannot naturally do anything with their bodies. It's just such a joke, this whole thing. It's unbelievable.
Year in, year out, every Monday, it's the same. Maybe.
And you seem to love it, like the ice bath, the cold water bath in the morning, right? Yeah, that's how it looks like when you love doing something. Is that what he's gonna tell us?
Mini, tiny things change, but for the most, it's all the same. So, for years and years, consistency, training this, makes you world champion.
Yeah, okay, and then what? What is a world champion? Can you be a world champion? Your title, whatever you imagined, doesn't even exist. Can you be a world champion of any sport? No, you can't. It's impossible. How can you be? Where is it? Where is the champion? Where is the first place, the second place? It doesn't exist. It's completely imaginary in your head. So you're actually fighting for nothing. You get money in return, which doesn't exist. You just get some pieces of paper with symbols. More so nowadays, probably symbols in your bank account. And then you get what? People telling you that you won. But where is it? Does it exist? Can you sense it? Can you see the championship or the world champion? No, because it's a world champion. It's not the Earth's champion. It's not physical, real, natural. It's imaginary. That's why it's called the world champion of something, because it's an illusion. It's the world which you cannot sense, which doesn't exist. That's the whole joke. And he just really believes that he's something. And by the way he's fighting, these kind of fights last usually for a very long time, whereas natural fights usually last for seconds. And that's simply because, again, he's doing the least possible damage, which is why boxing fights also last so long, because you're doing the least possible damage. It's an absolute joke, and the people go there and think, wow, these are real men, and I'm the world champion of boxing. I'm the world champion in my head of doing the least damage possible, just the worst fighting method imaginable. That's what I'm the champion of. I mean, think about it. These people are so delusional.
This was my morning routine. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like, subscribe, do everything you can.
You're very delusional. You feed your children the worst food on earth, which is not even food. There's just something wrong with you.
And see you in the next.
Also, the way he acts is very strange, as if something may have happened to him during the fighting, if you know what I mean. That happens to a lot of people, especially when you box and you get hit in the head a lot.
Next one. Let's go.
The reason guys like this get taught how to do the least possible damage by kicking and punching is because the fights last longer. You could say unnaturally long, because a natural fight, as I said, lasts for seconds usually, whereas these can drag on for minutes. When it comes to boxing, sometimes even over an hour, although that's kind of rare if you're at least somewhat of a good boxer. And then, of course, people pay money to go and watch these guys, or they have these pay-per-view fights. Whatever the case, it's a big business at the end of the day, and the ones who organize it get most of the money, as in over 90%, and the fighters also get a decent amount compared to what people earn today, but it's nothing in comparison. And yeah, they may be millionaires, but they still feed their children bread with margarine, meaning that they never learned anything. And as children already, and his children will learn the same, they already learned that kicking and punching is the way to fight. Because in the system, you're allowed to do that. That's the reason. Because whenever you do anything that's at least somewhat natural, everybody around you always says, get off him, you're doing actual real damage, it hurts, you're not allowed to do that. Your parents will say that, somebody in school, or just your peers, because everybody is brainwashed because of these so-called fighters, which are really just losers when you compare it to natural fighting. They see this on TV and they think that this is what fighting looks like. As I said, this kind of fighting is the same as eating margarine and bread. It's the best way to put it. Thanks for watching.